You're listening to a Cup of Resilience podcast with Tamiko Drummond. Real topics, real people, real solutions.
Hello, everyone. Guess what? It is a Cup of Resilience time. My name is Tamiko Drummond, and I'm known as the Brand Success Coach.
Hello, everyone. I am super excited to be back. We are back with another episode of a Cup of Resilience podcast. And listen, y'all, I need y'all to come close because guess what? I have the amazing, I don't even know if y'all are ready for this powerhouse right here. We have the multi-talented Dr. Kiana Dancie, author, comedian, host, and renowned transformational speaker. Dr. Kiana Dancie in the building on the Cup of Resilience podcast. I'm super excited because you know what, Dr. Kiana, I'll let her say hello to you, but really, what title do you want or do you prefer?
You know, it's funny that you even asked. I didn't realize I had so many titles until one day I was asked to update my bio by my publicist. So it's, you know, the title that I carry with the most pride is believer. So actress, author, believer, comedian, host, real estate agent, two-state speaker, franchise owner, all those things. And I have to say it in alphabetical order or I'll mess it up. But I carry with the most pride being a believer.
Listen, I am right there with you. Amen. Can we get an amen, everybody? Can we get an amen? I'm super excited to have you here. Thank you for answering the call. Listen, I know that you have some amazing things that God is working on you with to help the masses, right?
Yes.
So you have this amazing event that happens now. I think, is this the first year or anniversary?
This is the 1 year anniversary, yes, for baggage claim. Yes.
Look at that. So baggage claim. How did you come up with that? Because we're going to talk about the event is coming up the end of this month, and we're going to drop the link because you all have to get it. So yes. Tell everyone why baggage claim. How did you?
Tamiko, let me just be 100 with you. I'm not going to come in here with no fluff, y'all. I'm going to keep it real with y'all because this is the thing I think people fail to realize. You know, a lot of times you're always wondering, like, how did this person get here? Or sometimes we don't know. Sometimes we don't have a clue. Like I literally, I did a vein thing. I got the bags under my eyes removed. I had plastic surgery where I removed the bags under my eyes. It's literally a surgery that can do that. And it starts with a B. Okay. So I don't know how to pronounce it, honey. Blah, 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 whatever. But it removes the bags under your eyes. And my bags were inherited from my father. And I used to tell my daddy all the time, like, if you were going to give me bags, you could at least made them designer. You know, give me a little Chanel, a little Gucci. Right. But I had bags under my eyes and had the surgery. And, you know, since as I was layering and healing, I had a conversation with God. I said, listen, Lord, I need to heal younger and I want to be prettier. Can you do that for me? He said, I can do everything. I can do anything, but guess what? You're pretty. You're gonna be pretty on the inside, on the outside. You'll be younger looking on the outside, but you're ugly on the inside. Boom. That hurt.
Of course.
That hurt.
Wow.
So as I was laying in the bed, I had bandages over my eyes. There was nothing that I could do there but lay. And as I was laying there healing, you know, I started working on my internal baggage as I was healing from my external baggage. And as I was having a conversation with God, I said, well, what is it that I need to do? He said, well, you're rude sometimes, you're short with people sometimes, you're inconsiderate sometimes, you can be dismissive, you can be curt. I was like, no. And he was reading me. And I was like, okay. And here I am. As a result of unpacking my emotional baggage, I became a better me. Because, you know, the bags that we carry, right? The bags that we have carried, right? Because sometimes they will show up in the room before you will.
Wow.
And that I did not want to be.
Wow, that's powerful. And I always use this analogy. So a lot of times we feel like some things are setback, or whether it's a health challenge or something you're trying to do to fix yourself. And then it kind of, you're in this moment where, you know what, I need to grow, you know, and that growing or pruning period, it doesn't feel good, but it's necessary.
It is, it is necessary, and it doesn't feel good. But even when you use a slingshot, when you pull the slingshot back, it's to propel you forward. And
Yes.
and you know, my bishop, and even my bishop, Bishop Myers, and Bishop Jakes, they discuss the crushing, they discuss the pressure,
Mm.
and under that pressure is where you become your best self.
Yes.
So that pressure and that crushing, the crushing of the grapes is when the best wine comes. When you're going through the pressing is when the oil comes from the olive. When the
Mhm.
pressing is when the most beautiful diamonds arrive, right?
Yes.
So it's important that you be pressed, that you be put through the what life, and to give you a more realistic perspective, that would be life gonna life you.
Mm.
Life gonna life you. But what do you do when life is life? Do you crumble? Do you crack? Do you fall?
Right.
You throw your hands up and just run into the house and close the door. No, you got to come out swinging. You got to fight.
Right. Right. Wow. Amazing. So the topic today is called "You're Not the Bags That You Carry,"
Absolutely.
and why aren't we the bags that we carry, and how do people even know that they have bags? You know.
Girl, we all have bags. And I know I ran into so many people who say, I don't have any baggage. Okay, that might be true for you right now. But you might have lived through lived or healed through your baggage. You may have, a lot of sometimes our baggage is hereditary. As I just told you, my father gave me the cosmetic bags under my eyes, right? But I'm also a child molestation survivor. I lost my dream job as a Sister Circle host. Did we mention that? I'm a host. Okay. I lost my dream job as a host of a national syndicated talk show. I was in a long-term relationship that did not materialize into marriage. Now, hear me clearly. First of all, the man asked me to marry him multiple times, but I said no every time. Okay.
Right.
And I've been proposed to many times. But the thing is, what I mean by that, when I say we're not the bags that we carry, just because the things that we've been through, that does not have to define us at all. Hear me clearly. As a child molestation survivor, I was a victim when it happened. But today I am a survivor. I survived that thing. I did not let that thing define me, conquer me, hinder me, hold me back. I did not. But there was a time that I may have. There was a time that I maybe was uncomfortable. And, thank God my mother had enough sense to put me in counseling, right? And so when I was 6 years old, immediately I was put on the couch to work through my drama and my trauma, because had she not, I could have grown up to not have been a woman who was comfortable with her body. When I'm at home, people had to tell me put some clothes on because people come over. I like my body. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and then, so your baggage is literally unresolved issues from your past, right? So, you haven't dealt with your child molestation, when you were a victim. You haven't dealt with your abuse from your parents or abusive relationships, or, you have body dysmorphia. All these things are things that we carry in relationships. They come in the room with us. They show up on our job. They show up in our friendships and our personal, lover, man to man, woman to woman, woman to man. You got to be careful.
Right.
All the dynamics of the relationship, they show up in the relationship. You meet somebody, she's always angry. She's always mad. She always got a chip on her shoulder. What's wrong with you? What have you not worked through? Same for him. He's angry. He needs respect. He this, he that. Well, what's wrong with you? What have you not worked through? So your baggage is just that. Your baggage is unresolved issues that you have not worked through from your past. And I want to remind you of this, because this is something that I have failed to really bring up before. You, my dear, me, my dear, us, everybody, humans, we're not the sole packers of our bags. I didn't molest myself.
Right.
But it was my responsibility to take ownership of my happiness. I can't leave that to anyone else. As long as I keep relying on someone else to make me happy, guess what? I'm going to be very disappointed. So in the back of my book, I have some reflection questions. Who helped you pack those bags? Who helped you create that baggage that you carry around? Some of your baggage is hereditary. Some of it you picked up from your mama, your grandfather, your grandmama, your we all been through as Black folks.
Right.
So how long do you keep dragging that bag and that baggage around with you? It's a choice.
It definitely is. So for those who are out there, do you think that you could have gone through and triumphed over all of your setbacks if you didn't have counseling? Let me ask you that.
So repeat the question.
Do you think that you would have been able to triumph over all of your setbacks
without counseling?
Without counseling.
I believe I would have, because I'm just that type of person. It's funny. In my family, we refer to we're dancing. So we're it's a dancing way. We don't hold on to things long. We don't woe with me long. We grab ourselves by our bootstraps, pull ourselves together, and get it done. Now, I believe I would have, but thank God I did have counseling and therapy, because listen, we take care of our outside. We put on our hair, put on our lashes, our eyebrows. We beat our face, lip gloss, good bra. We put on our best underwear. We do what we can to look good on the outside, but we will not take care of our inside. I think the most important thing that we can ever do for people as human beings on this planet, and don't know how long we're going to be here, is to take care of our mental health. I think we all carry baggage, and if you don't, and we have had baggage. If you don't have baggage right now, guess what? Keep living. Because you may not be dealing with anything right now, but life is going to life, and it's going to life, and it's going to life, it's going to life. And then right now you may be on the beginning of your baggage, the middle of your baggage, at the end of your baggage, the beginning of your healing, the middle of your healing, or the end of your healing. At the end of the day, wherever you are, or not any of it at all, live a little longer and see what life sends you. See what life, it's going to see you something. So I think that I could have overcome my baggage without counseling, but I'm so glad that I did not have to.
You don't know how inspiring your story is. And I hope that everyone is truly listening. And again, we're going to talk shortly about your event, Baggage Claim, because listen, y'all, I'm going to drop the link. You have to go out, purchase a ticket, and you have to go and be in person at this event. So you've overcome all of these different things, but y'all, guess what? Not only is she a doctor, and I need to ask you about that. How did you become the Dr. Kiana Dancie, right? But also, you got a presidential lifetime achievement award from the Biden administration. Now,
yes.
I wish I had a mic to just drop it right.
You know what?
Come on.
I don't do the things that I do necessarily for acknowledgement. I do it for, so if someone asked me a question yesterday when I was doing a podcast, they said, well, when you get to heaven, what do you think the Lord will say to you? And I said, I know he will say, job well done. And the reason why I say that is because, I have a heart of service. If it's anything that I can do, I will do. If I don't have it within my reach, I'm going to find somebody that can get it done. So I was awarded the Presidential Award 2 times, actually, for volunteer, for my humanitarian services, and then also volunteer services. This is what I need you guys to understand, everybody. The time that we're here, what we do in the community, how we spend, building people up is the rent that we pay on earth. We could not be here. Somebody could have aborted us. Somebody could have killed us. Someone could have, clearly. What they say? How do people get to understand?
I'll let you finish what you're saying.
I'm talking about right. So my thing is, with a heart of service, my goal is just to do work in the community. So I was awarded my doctorate it's an honorary doctorate by the work that I've done in the community. I coach thousands of women to unpack their baggage through not only through laughter, but actually helping them turn the mirror on yourself and see what it is that you're going through. Because this is the thing I want people to understand. Despite what you've been through and despite what you're going through, it's a choice to stay in that space. When you wake up, you can make a decision just as much, that you're going to be happy just as easy as you can make a decision on what color shoes you're going to wear, how you going to wear your hair. Are you going to put lashes on or not? Do you want to put on, some sneakers or heels? It's that simple. If people realize that life was that, and I know that I sometimes minimize the obstacles that we wake up to. We all wake up to obstacles. Every time. We all wake up to some sort of issue, something ain't right, the lights need to be paid, the gas is off, the car is, everybody has an issue. But guess what? First of all, your issue is not that unique. Second of all, you're not going through it you may be going through it within your little world by yourself, but guess what else? It's somebody, your neighbor going through something. Right. It may not look like it, but they might look like they have it all together. Right? But at the end of the day, we're all going through something. So you have to make this decision. Today, I choose peace and joy.
Amen.
I don't care what you got going on, but what it's not going to do is impede on my peace or my joy.
That is
because we all wake up with the same objective. We wake up with the same objective, but with different obstacles. You hear what I said, Tamiko? See,
you're dropping a lot of tweetable moments right now. Hold on.
Yes, you look at me to see one thing, but when you pull back the layers, you're like, I didn't know she was going through that. I didn't know she conquered that. I didn't know she did. Oh, what? Because I make it look easy. You make it look easy. Someone else might make it look easy. But at the end of the day, we all wake up with the same objective. What is that? We want joy. We want peace. We want food in our belly. We want money in our account. We want our kids to go out and come back home. We want our kids to grow up and be successful. Whatever. At the end of the day, we all want the same objective. Family, good and happy. But everybody has a different set of obstacles.
That's so true.
Different sets of obstacles does not mean that it's impossible.
Did y'all hear that? It doesn't mean that it is impossible. Now, Chris on LinkedIn has a question. He says, how do people get to understand that it is not only women that carry luggage or baggage?
It's interesting that you would say that. And it's not a get to understand. We know, they know. It's denial. And I'll tell you this, I say it all the time. I have this conversation with my brother who is 30. I said, listen, don't worry about someone respecting you. Every time you run around, here's the thing. Jail and prison is full of men that wanted to be respected. They're always beating on their chest. I'm a man. Respect me. Even if they don't respect you, right? And I'm going to get to the question because it makes sense. I'm going to bring it, I'm going to tie it all together. Even if they don't respect you, they don't have to like you or respect you. Because here's the thing, while you're trying to get somebody to respect you, there's a you don't know what they're going through. So that person might be trigger fingered. And now you're trying to fight for your respect. Now it's a whole shootout, it's a fight, all of that comes back to the fact that it's some unresolved issues from your past. Somebody disrespected you. Somebody didn't, I didn't get my respect. Somebody, no, we ain't got time for that. As long as you're on this planet, know that somebody, you, man, woman, and everything in between, we all carry baggage. And most of the time, men, their baggage is connected to, some kind of trauma, right? Don't get me wrong, all of our baggage is connected to some sort of trauma. But I believe most men, baggage is connected to lack of money, right? They're not where they want to be in life. Right? And it's connected to some sort of insecurity, right? I was reading a stat and it said most men who were that are in jail ended up in jail because there was a lack of a father in the household. That too is a baggage that a man might carry.
Wow.
That too might be a bag that a woman might carry. Because I was having I have conversations every day. Yesterday, I had a conversation with a lady, and she said, my father, he was my violator. And that broke my heart because I'll say this to you. And as I said to her, your father is the first man that any daughter typically falls in love with. The father is usually the first man that she is confirmed and affirmed by. So all of her issues were a direct result of that lack of confirmation and affirmation from her father.
Wow.
Same thing with men. We all, if your mama, if you know, you might needed some affirmations and confirmations from your mother and didn't get it. So you're acting out. Your baggage is unresolved issues from your past. And you just continue to drag them and drag them and drag them forward. Ooh, you ain't got to do that. Make a decision. I ain't doing this, and leave them where they are. And turn the page and start a new life. Because you're not your grandmama's drama. You're not your father's trauma. You're not your mama's issues. You're not, you know. Stop the cycle. Cut the cord.
That is so true. So true. And this is going to segue us into why you created Baggage Claim, the event.
Yeah. So first of all, as I said to you earlier, girl, none of this was my idea. None of it. Not even a piece of it. When I got the bags under my eyes removed, I wrote this book called Bye Bye Bags, Laughing to Lighten the Load, where I discuss healing myself whole through laughter. I literally, some days I just laugh. People are asking me, what are you laughing at? Nothing, or something, or you, or me. Because see, I chose to laugh versus cry some days. But I'll tell you, I also chose to cry versus laugh. And it's okay. It's okay to take the time that you need to replenish. It is quite okay to laugh and cry. But even when you can't stay there. You can't stay in that crying space too long. You better get yourself up and get it together. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps, man, woman, or anything in between. Get yourself together and make it happen. So when I wrote this book, I said, okay, now what, Lord? I wrote the book because see, I was going to be on TV. So I needed some merchandise. I needed access.
Right.
To be on TV. I'm on TV. I need something about my book.
Right.
And the Lord said, that's cute. You wrote a book. That's real cute. But you're telling women and men, and I'm gonna address Chris real quick. But you telling people to get rid of their emotional baggage that they haven't even acknowledged that they have. Many people are walking around saying, "I'm good. I'm all right. I don't have no baggage. I'm straight. Okay,
I'm healed." Yes,
I'm healed. Okay, you are. You may be, but let me remind you: live a little longer. Some more bags will come. And guess what else I say? We're all broken to a certain capacity in various areas of our life. I am not broken as a child molestation survivor. That's not a bag that I carry. Right. That's not anything I'm dealing with right now. But there's other issues in my life that I'm like, okay, I got to make sure I work on that. I got to keep working on that. I got to focus on that. I want to become a better this. I want to become a better that. So I believe we always are forever evolving to become better people. But as far as the 3 bags that I mentioned to you, child molestation survivor, long-term relationship that did not materialize into marriage. Because see, there was a time, I would allow people to tell me or say things like, "Ooh, you ain't married? What's wrong with you? You don't have no kids?" Because the enemy will have you believe there's something that's wrong with you if you're not married or don't have children by a certain age.
Right.
Opposed to saying, "I took a blue pill and I'm straight."
Right.
I'm good. I'm straight. I'm all right. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to. I'm not ready. I wasn't ready. Because people feel like they put their expectations on you. The expectation is to be at a certain age, to be married and have children. No. That's not what I wanted once I got to a certain point in my life. But so I internalized that at one time as something was wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with me.
Right.
So then, I started working on myself, unpacking my baggage, working through my traumas, working through my drama. And through the book, I was like, okay, Lord, now what? I wrote the book. Now, okay, I'm good. I'm done. He's like, that's cute. You wrote a book. Okay, you did. Now what? What you want to? I said, well, what you want me to do? He said, baggage claim. Baggage claim is a safe destination for women to claim, heal, and release from the emotional baggage that we all have carried or are carrying. Right? And so I see Chris, I can't see his question, but I'll tell you, I wanted to address something because women are not the only ones that carry baggage.
Yes.
Men are not the only, just like I said, men are not the only one to carry baggage either. But I believe, because I'm a woman, first of all, that's my tribe.
Right. Right.
So yes, that's my pride. But I believe, and I broadened my perspective on this. If you fix the woman, you fix the home. You fix the home, you fix the community. You fix the community. Eventually, you impact the world. And I use the word fix, not to say that you're. And I use the word fix, but I want to say this other thing lightly. Because we have to be very careful when you start saying broken, because then people really internalize that.
Right. Right.
When I say broken, we're all broken in some capacity. You may be healed in one direction, but working in another. You may be broken here and fixed there, and it's evolving. But despite wherever you're broken, you're never too broken to come home. And when I say home, there's always a space, because I'm a believer.
Yes.
There's always a space in his bosom for you. So no matter what you've done, no matter what you've been through, no matter who you did it to, there is a place for you. So I know that the men are broken. I know that women are broken too. But because I am a woman, just like I can't raise a man to be a man, I can put everything I have in him. I can raise him to be a good person, a good citizen, a good son to me. But I also have to also remind myself that one day he's gonna grow up and be someone's husband.
Yes.
So that always have to be in the forefront of women's, mind. So so now I'm broadening my horizon and my perspective. I'm sorry to understand that you fix not only the woman, but you fix the man. If you fix the woman and the man, they come together, they're whole together.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is so true. We're pausing one moment, and it's just because Chris has another question.
Okay.
And it says, does a person need time alone to find peace, or does a relationship guide a person to catch peace as well?
Oh God. I think a person needs time alone, especially if you're in a relationship, because what happens is people will go from, let's just say you're in a relationship with A and y'all break up. Now you like, oh, I don't like being by myself. Why you like being by yourself? Why you don't like you? Spend some time with yourself. Get to know who you are. Date yourself again. Why did that relationship fall apart? Whose fault was it? I'm not saying it's your fault, but if it was their fault, what was the lack of communication? What was the issue? What did that person do to make you want to walk away? Or what did you do to make that person want to walk away? So I think it's important that we spend time with ourselves.
Yes.
Because if you don't like you, who gonna like you?
I agree.
If you don't like you, who gonna like you? Now, once you start working on you, taking care, looking at those ugly parts of yourself, looking in your mirror like, you know what, you got a funky attitude.
Mm-hmm.
If people keep saying the same thing about you, you got to understand there's some truth in there somewhere. Everybody, especially if they don't know you and they don't know each other, everybody's not lying.
Right.
Okay. So, start working on you. Start building, you know what I'm saying, a community that can help you become better. Mm-hmm. Put yourself in because see, that's the other thing. This is the worst thing. This right here, I'll say this, and I'm sure y'all can relate. The problem with Trump is he's surrounded with yes men and women. People are not telling him that's not cute. That's not okay. You shouldn't do that. Mm-hmm. And if they are, one, he's not listening. And they're not saying it with enough conviction.
Right.
And then when they say it, they get fired. They're not there. Same thing for all the, the quote unquote celebrities. There were Michael Jackson. Y'all wasn't going to tell this man that taking propofol was going to could potentially kill him.
Right.
Somebody knew. If it wasn't just the doctor should have been the one, right? So what I'm saying is surround yourself with a tribe, a community of people that can hold you accountable for the things that you are doing wrong. That when you come up short, mm-hmm. somebody say, "Hey, sis, all that ain't right. You picking up a little weight,
right?
I get it, but."
Focus on your health, right?
Right. Why are you talking to people like that? Why are you being so rude? So I think it's important that one, you spend time with yourself, to go back to this question, because you need to learn. You need to learn to spend time with yourself. If you can never spend time with yourself, that's a problem.
It is.
Then when you start healing, do some self-help, do some shadow work, do some, date yourself. Sometimes I go on a date and I get a table for two, me and my bag. Because it's a good expensive purse. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So when I go, they're looking for the other person. I'm like, no, it's my bag.
Mm-hmm.
And so date yourself. Take yourself to the movies. Take yourself on a trip. Do a little day trip. Spend some time with yourself so that you can know, I'm kind of cool. Write, journal. Shameless plug. In addition to my book, I have a journal called Bye Bye Bags, the companion journal. Right, and it's pink, fellas, but you can get a book. Strong men wear pink. Right, in pink. So the book will actually walk you through. Today I'm not having a good day. Yesterday was terrible. This makes me happy. This makes me sad. Laugh therapy. There's Bible scriptures in it. It's all kind of things. So I encourage you to spend some time with yourself before you get into a relationship, a new relationship, because that new relationship is going to fail just like that last relationship if you didn't address the issues from that previous situation.
This is okay. So Chris said, thank you. We needed to hear that. And then he started laughing. So thank you so much. But this made me think about something. So you have the book, Bye Bye Bags, and you have the companion journal. I'm going to run a little special right now for anyone who goes, maybe 5 people that go ahead and purchase a ticket to your event. If you let me know who those 5 people are, I will buy the book for them and the companion journal. So that would be our special.
Yeah, so let me tell them what they're going to get when they come to the event. So Baggage Claim is a safe destination for women to claim, release, and heal from the emotional baggage that we all have carried. There will be a poet. Shout out to Teresa the Songbird. There is a singer, Zabiel Janae. It's going to be phenomenal. And then there's a one-woman show with me. I literally walk you through all of the emotional baggage that I have picked up since 6. You see me come in as a 6-year-old girl. You see me. It's a theatrical show. Oh. And we laugh, we cry, we pray, we dance, we celebrate, but we celebrate being happy, healed, and whole. And the goal is you come in one way, you leave another. Now, fellas, I do understand that there is a need for you too. And so I am working with one of the most powerful men in the city to put Baggage Claim, whether it's the barbershop version, whether it is, because we're having a tea party. So whether it's the barbershop version or it's the car show, whatever we're going to do, Baggage Claim there will be a men's version. I also want to remind you that, fellas, although you cannot come, you can support. You can buy a ticket. You can send your lady, you can send your daughter, your niece, your grandma. You can send your aunt. You can send your side chick, okay? But let me tell you something. You send that side chick, she might not come back a side chick.
Right. She will be reformed.
Right. And so I would definitely... Yes, I definitely appreciate the support. I want to say this, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, and I continue to say this. 101, the capacity is 200. So 1 or 200 people in the room, 1 or 200. The spirit is going to be there. The mission will be met. All the things that we're trying to do will be accomplished. Because the goal is you come in one way, you leave another. And just because we're, empowering women does not mean we're emasculating men. Mm-hmm. We are empowering us to be happy, healed, and whole. And baby, a happy woman is an old, juicy woman. Okay?
Right. Yes, indeed. Yes. So you all have heard what Dr. Kiana Dancie has said about why she created Baggage Claim, talking about her book, her journey. Listen, I am going to drop the link in the chat after we get off this live. And I want if Dr. Kiana Dancie can let me know who are the 5 people that go ahead, and the first 5 people to purchase a ticket, I will then send them a link or something, or give you the money to send them the book. So they'll have the book and the companion journal.
Yeah, they'll get the book at the event, and I'll make sure that I hope are you going to be here? Are you able to come at all? It's July 22nd, 1 to 4 is daytime. It's at the ATL Comedy Theater. And I chose to do it at the Atlanta Comedy Theater because I didn't want people to come and feel nervous, because it's already a kind of a heavy event. So I wanted people to come to the comedy club because you're gonna laugh. Because listen, I am a comedian, so I'm going to listen. I'm going to tickle you down. We're gonna have a good time. You're gonna laugh. You're gonna cry. But we're gonna celebrate. Every ticket purchase get a gift bag full of goodies, and there's gonna be women in the room. And I want to remind people of this too, Tamiko, because oftentimes people have the perception that because you're in the room with other women who have been through some things, that we're trauma bonding. We are not. We're not trauma bonding. But what we are doing is bonding over our victories. We are bonding over our victories. I've been through this. I conquered it. This tried to get me, but I killed it. Let me tell you something. The enemy has been after me since I was 6 years old. I'm not supposed to be here. But let me tell you, every time I put my gloves on, and I go to war with the enemy, because what you're not going to do, as long as I'm here flat-footed, covered in the blood of Jesus, it is what it is. I'm not going to lose. That's it. Because I have not always been this person either. I like to fuss a good time. I cuss sometimes. I have a little cocktail. Been there, done that. I ain't no virgin, so I've been I've been there. But what I am telling you, when I tell you the goodness of God, man, listen. I always wonder how people make it and not think God is real, because there's been so many times that I'm supposed to be dead, and I'm like, whoo, that wasn't me. Thank you, Jesus.
Listen, it's interesting that you're saying that, because I have another podcast called Circle of Sisters in Prayer, and I said that exact same thing. Because if it was not for the grace of God, I would not have been here. There have been so many attacks on my life since I was a child that it's but God that I'm here.
But God. And it's not one. I'm gonna tell you a quick story.
Please.
So my family used to call me radio. My grandfather used to say this all the time. Radio, cut that radio off. Because I would talk. And my father used to tell me all the time, your mouth gonna get you in and out of trouble. So one day, one day, my best friend and I, we were like 16 years old. We snuck out the house. We might have been. I think we probably snuck out the house. So we snuck out the house. I grew up in Atlanta, Georgia. We went to a club called Sharon Showcase. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, we decided to get in this car with this man. Didn't know him, didn't know nothing about him. We get in the car, the man looked back and said, you got in the wrong car. I said, oh no, we ain't getting in the wrong car. You about to take us home. He was, well, take us wherever. I don't know, home, wherever we were going, but we asked this random stranger to take us somewhere. He said, no, you're not going home. You're not going to see your parents again. You're never going to see your parents again. I said, you's a lie. And so me and my best friend looking at, her name is Eve Denard. We're looking at each other and we're saying that to each other. He had the radio on kind of low. So we're both trying to open the door. The doors were rigged, Tamiko. We couldn't get out the car. I swear to you. I wouldn't lie to you. So we're like, oh my God, we can't get out the car. So I heard my father, I heard my grandfather, and I heard the Lord say, talk. So I just started talking. I was like, so where you going? Where you been? I'm hungry. You believe in God? I'm thirsty. I need some water. You got some juice? I was just running my mouth. And guess what? It's going to get light outside. You better stop. You drive too fast. Look at that light. He was like, shut up. I was like, I said, you got to take us home. You're going the wrong way. You got to get on this road. You got to turn right, turn left, turn right. Pull up. Oh, it's hot here. Turn the AC. Turn the radio down. Shut up. I'm hungry. You hungry? We hungry, girl. Let's go. Next thing I know, that man pulled over in the middle of the street and said, get the F out of my car. Get the F out of my car. He had to park. Let me tell you how important this is. He had to park. First of all, pull the car over, throw the car in park, get out and open the door, because the doors were rigged. You cannot tell me that's not the grace, because there was no reason. It was too many steps.
Right.
Too many steps. He had too many chances to say, I got two girls. I'm going to take them wherever I want them to be.
Right.
But I got on his nerves so much. My gift My gift, when I heard the Lord say, speak, when I heard my father say, speak, when I heard my grandfather say, talk, after he threw that car and parked and opened that door and opened our door to let me out, you can't tell me there's not grace on my life. You cannot tell me there's not a calling on my life. Whether it's to make people laugh, whether it's to make people think, cry, whatever. Guess what? I am not supposed to be here. Period.
But God,
But
but
God.
God. Yes. Yes. Listen, you all. If you are not inspired by, like, I'm getting goosebumps. Okay. Let me tell you something. Woo! Please continue to talk. Continue. What you are doing is purposeful, is meaning. You are bringing people back to life, helping them drop their baggage. Oh my
Yeah.
God. You are an inspiration. Please
Thank
continue.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Listen, everyone. The reason why Dr. Kiana Dancie is here is that I want to support her. Okay. So I need you all to go. I'm going to drop the flyer and the link. You have to. If you know another woman, y'all, let it be a sister bring. We all gonna drop our baggage and
Yeah.
have a great time. Let me tell you, this woman is absolutely inspiring. Absolutely inspiring. She's an actress. I've seen her act, but she is genuine. Okay, and I think this is very life-changing, inspirational. So please go ahead and support. Um, get tickets.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And know that my whole point is to make sure that you come in one way and you leave another. This is a great opportunity for your daughters, your nieces, your sister circles. Come on and come to the event. It is July 22nd at ATL Comedy Theater, the underground location. Beautiful, beautiful decor. Food is great. But most importantly, come in, get your cup refilled, and every ticket purchase will get a book. He said support us by by healing us. So every ticket purchase will get a gift bag, and I challenge you to do something different. A lot of times we get together and go to the club. Well, come to the comedy club, and we'll have brunch food. Y'all know we like to brunch, so pull up and let's have a good time.
And people, I've already gifted 2 tickets, right? So I am imploring y'all now. Go ahead, gift the ticket, men. We don't have your baggage claim yet, or as
but send your lady.
Right. Send your lady. So go ahead and get a ticket for her, even though Chris said it should be cigar, sip, and lift.
I love it.
To be called.
Let me screenshot that. Wait. Yes, thank you. I got it.
And then he said, get a male version in Philly. So Philly, cigar, sip, and lift.
Okay. Let me see some. I was trying to it won't let me screenshot. So send that to me.
I will. But please go ahead. We're gonna drop the flyer as well as the link. The show will be the event will be on Saturday, July the 22nd. You all have to be there. Go ahead.
Yes, and I will say this: if you're out of town and you're not able to come to Atlanta, I have a nonprofit called Bags Becoming a Guiltless Survivor, because this is what I do know. Through my trauma of being a child molestation survivor, my mother also suffered, and so she too went through counseling with me sometimes. So I know for a fact that there are oftentimes people who are going through with you. You're not the only one that's dealing with your trauma. Your circle, your family, some of your friends, your closest circle. People in your circle are going through it with you. So Bags, our mission statement is to steer you to the mental health professional you need to help unpack the baggage that you have incurred by way of your loved ones. So I definitely think it would be great if you could buy a ticket and send someone to the event if you're not here. Listen, or if you can't do that and you don't know nobody, I know some women who can't afford to come, and I definitely would sponsor it. Use your ticket to give them to go.
All right, listen. Oh my God, I feel so full right now. This is exciting. Okay, everyone, please share. Please share. Thank you so much, Dr. Kiana Dancie. Where else can people find you?
But you can go on listen, I'm the same thing on all social media platforms, including my website, KianaDancie.com. It's Kiana. Last name is Dancie. Again, Dancie. First name Kiana. Dancie. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all those. But I have a Facebook group called Fire Starters. Ladies, please join the group. And why is it called Fire Starters? Because I'm gonna challenge your viewers to do one thing for me. 3 actually. Write down one thing that reminds them of an insecurity, a shortcoming, and a failure. I want you to write it down. I want you to tear it up, and I want you to burn it up. Now listen. One of my homegirls said, "I'm about to set my man on fire." No, sis, that's not what I want you to do. Okay? But this is in the symbolic way. Anything that has held you back or held you hostage, I want you to write it down, because you have to acknowledge it. Secondly, I want you to tear it up because you're done with it and it's trash. And then third, fire. Set fire to it and move on. You ain't never got to think about that thing. It's something about that fire. Set a fire to it so you can move on.
Powerful. Powerful. All right, you have heard it from the Dr. Kiana Dancie herself. Please support her mission, her nonprofit. If you are out of town, purchase a ticket. I'm going to drop the link. Share. We need to fill this event up. And listen, everyone will be blessed for it. You've already heard her. She is absolutely amazing. She is walking in her purpose, okay? A setback just propelled her to her purpose, y'all. Look at God. We are so grateful for her. And thank you so much for being on a Cup of Resilience podcast. We will see you again.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
You are so welcome. Goodbye, everyone.
Thank you for tuning in to A Cup of Resilience. Follow, like, share at A Cup of Resilience. At A Cup of Resilience.
My name is Tamiko Drummond, and I'm known as the brand success coach. Once you choose us, they will never